Thanks for joining me for this episode of NCIA Today. I'm your host, Bethany Moore, NCIA's Director of Communications, checking in with you regularly with updates on what's happening in the cannabis industry and here at NCIA. We took a break from the show for a few weeks as we focused on hosting our 10th annual Cannabis Industry Lobby Days on September 13th and 14th in Washington, D.C. In case you missed it, I'm going to tell you all about it. By the numbers, 100 NCIA members attended 100 congressional meetings to discuss safe banking, 280E tax issues, and broader, more comprehensive reform measures like the CAOA, which would decriminalize cannabis at the federal level. We kicked off with a welcome reception for attendees, where we also presented Congressman Ed Perlmutter with a Lifetime Legislator Achievement Award for his tireless work and advocacy on behalf of the cannabis industry, and in particular, his work on the Safe Banking Act. The next day, we all gathered by the Capitol and posed for our class photo before the teams were sent off to their meetings on both the House and Senate sides of the Hill. In the middle of the day, NCIA attendees, the media, and members of Congress gathered at the Senate Swamp, and we're not sure exactly why it's called that because it's a really lovely grassy area with a couple of trees near the Capitol. Anyway, yes, we gathered at the Senate Swamp for a press conference on passing the Safe Banking Act. Lead sponsor, Senator Jeff Merkley from Oregon, spoke on the need for reform, and Representative Ed Perlmutter from Colorado also joined us again to call on the Senate to pass SAFE. After we all definitely got our steps in for the day, we celebrated together at a closing reception where we were joined by longtime cannabis champion, Representative Earl Blumenauer from Oregon, as well as House newcomer, Representative Nancy Mace from South Carolina. It's clear that cannabis is a winning issue for both Democrats and Republicans. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for making it happen, including our gold sponsor, Elevate Cannabis. Additionally, we're thankful that a portion of sponsorship sales could support our social equity program by covering some of the travel costs for our social equity scholarship recipients to attend. Thanks to everyone for making this event so impactful. If you couldn't make it to this year's Lobby Days, which was our first time back in person since 2019, if you can believe it, then start planning to join us at our next Lobby Days happening in May of next year. That's just 7 months away, and we definitely have sponsorship opportunities available for your company. We're all looking forward to making this next event even bigger and better, so please start planning your company's involvement now. We can't wait to see you in DC again next spring. You can watch a video on our website to hear directly from our members about their experiences on Capitol Hill, and definitely keep on top of our social media accounts to see more videos and photos from the event.
All right, so about to get interviewed by the NCIA team here.
What we're talking about right now is access to resources.
Something needs to happen.
I wanted my voice to be heard.
We're Main Street Cannabis, but we're not treated like a Main Street company.
We need to continue to make sure that the folks who represent us understand how important it is that we're building a different industry and not just another industry.
It gives our members an opportunity to really feel agency with our government.
As small businesses, we need financial support, we need community support, and we need to give support.
Just to be in this space is amazing, first and foremost, right? Where the country, where decisions are made on a daily basis is kind of wild to me.
I am here to lobby with the NCIA because I wanted to represent small businesses such as myself.
So I think it's important for senators, Congress members to hear that perspective because it's very different and not something that I'm sure that they hear quite often.
I would say banking and having, access to loans. That is a really difficult part with trying to get started.
So much excitement. All right, here's another important announcement. NCIA is accepting applications for the 2023 to 2025 term on our board of directors. The deadline is Friday, November 11th, and there are 6 seats available. Board members serve 2-year terms and are responsible for overseeing the association's overall strategy and budget and assisting in development of strategic relationships. Learn more about the requirements on our website and submit your application before the deadline on November 11th. Also, starting on Monday, October 24th, we're accepting applications for seats on all 14 of our committees, ranging from the Facilities Design Committee and Banking and Financial Services Committee to the Hemp Committee and State Regulations Committee, and so on. We need your skills, passion, and wide-ranging perspectives to affect change and influence public opinion and policy, and develop best practices and guidelines to shape the future of our industry. If you're an annual NCIA member in good standing, and this sounds like the right opportunity for you, then be sure to submit your application for a seat on one of our committees between October 24th and the deadline, which is Friday, November 11th. Speaking of committees, NCIA's Marketing and Advertising Committee proudly announced Claiborne Co. as the winner of the 2nd annual Best of 420 Award for the brand's Rolling with Claiborne Road to 420 campaign. The award ceremony took place live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas during MJ Unpacked. Congratulations to all the nominees, and we look forward to celebrating the Best of 420 again in 2023. Stay tuned for more details to be announced in the coming months. Since we covered so much exciting news in this episode already, I encourage you to head to our Industry Insights blog on our website and get caught up to speed on the blogs submitted by our members and committees about how to run your cannabis business better, faster, stronger, and more compliantly. Make sure you're subscribed to and see Industry Buzz for a daily update from our Industry Insights blog. All right, it's time to wrap up, but in the meantime, check out our educational offerings with our Industry Essentials webinar series. You can check the schedule on our website as more webinars are added. And keep learning by listening to both of our podcasts to keep you informed and inspired. You can tune in to NCIA's Cannabis Industry Voice, which I host, and NCIA's Cannabis Minority Report, hosted by Khadijah Adams. If you're an NCIA member, reach out to me to learn how you can contribute educational content for our website and newsletter, or pitching to be a guest on our podcast. Please send me an email to get the ball rolling, bethany@thecannabisindustry.org. As always, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram to stay inspired and connected. If you're a member of NCIA, log into NCIA Connect and spark up a conversation with your fellow NCIA members and colleagues today. We'll see you next time.